serving the underserved. Microsoft was willing to back us. A Nevada State Bank that was willing to back us. One of the things that they wanted us to be, though, was a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Las Vegas Spotlights podcast. And I'm Randy Bett, one of the co-founders here. And every week, we introduce somebody to you that you should get to know, in this particular case, in Las Vegas, of course. And today, we're going to be meeting with Laura Nowlan. And she has an exciting group that you need to be part of. It's the Nevada Hispanic Business Group. And that's a 50c3 that is a nonprofit that is serving business owners, non-Hispanic and Hispanic business owners, and bringing the community together. And we're going to just share some questions back and forth and get a vision of where she started it from and where it's going right now. So anyways, let's turn it over to Laura here, and you can kind of tell us, how did it ever get started? We want to know that journey to starting this group.
Yes, well, and thank you for this opportunity. It started because I actually became a business owner here in Las Vegas, Nevada in October of 2014. I started my own staffing company called CS Now Staffing. And I found that there was a lot of great programs here in our city that a lot of chambers were not really sharing. You know, it's really hard for a startup to cut a big check.
Right.
And so when we started in January of 2015. We had our first event at the Culinary, with the Culinary. And there is where we found if there was really a need. Let me tell you, we sold out. We sold out, and we felt, you know what, there is a need. We had at that time Microsoft that was willing to back us. Nevada State Bank that was willing to back us. And one of the things that they wanted us to be, though, was a 501c3 nonprofit organization, not a chamber, a nonprofit.
Right. Yeah.
Serving the underserved.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them out there. That's for sure.
A lot of them.
Yeah. So now you've shared how you got started. Now there's got to be success stories along the way and stumbling blocks. What's a success story you can share?
I'm going to have to say that this is the one that really sticks with me in my heart. Is we were working with the WIN. We were working with their supplier diversity officer. And, you know, when I met with him, he's like, you know, Laura, I know that you're trying to do these round table, these type of things, but I wish I could help everybody, but I really don't have a need for all those businesses, right? I said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to give me a list of every type of business that you need, the services that you need. He goes, yeah, but you know, I don't need a staffing company. So I'm a volunteer. I represent the community. It doesn't have to serve me. By me serving someone else, it's already serving me, right? Because it's making our community stronger. So I went ahead and I did a roundtable discussion, and I pre-screened every single company that was coming in. Okay. And our goal was, can someone from this group land a contract? And someone did. They landed a contract. And so it was Prime Cleaning, janitorial cleaning, that landed that contract. They did all the floors, cleaning the floors, made them look like if it was, you can literally see yourself in them. That's how good they were. Do you know what that did for his family?
No. It'd be amazing.
It changed his whole trajectory of where the direction he was going with this company. Where then even now his wife, they own Prime IV, where then they started other businesses. Now, what kind of blessing is that we gave?
Huge.
To our community, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that one was the one that was the most touching for me with that company, with Paris Bayardo and his wife, Lisa Bayardo.
Perfect. That sounds awesome. So I know there's more success stories that you could hear about, and we can talk about that later on. Right now, we probably should discuss some stumbling blocks and some challenges that have gone on in the group. And there's probably been a few.
You know, we're non-political.
Right.
Okay. We are bipartisan. We represent the Republicans, Independents, and Democrats.
Right.
However, sometimes we get asked to meet certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Someone reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to meet Trump when he was campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I did not like the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I was praying, and the Lord was telling me that he was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to get a call out of nowhere
Mm-hmm.
asking me if I would meet with him, I don't know what community leader out there, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, would have said no to that call. Who are you representing?
Mm-hmm.
I know who I'm representing, and I want to make sure I'm at the table. Because if I would have gotten a call from Hillary Clinton, I would have said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
Right.
What direction are you going? What are you doing for our community? So that backfired on us in a way, because a lot of people were very upset that Laura Nowlan, a small business owner, said yes. I don't know who was cutting my paycheck, but I can tell you that none of them were cutting my paycheck. I've been a volunteer and funding the nonprofit, and I didn't represent the nonprofit there. I actually I represented the Holy Spirit and the church that I was attending.
Yeah. So a huge
backfire.
challenge. A huge challenge.
Huge.
So then you started, let's call it a decade ago, and then you had COVID. Now, from COVID onward, what's happened? Like, the group grew. What happened?
So we grew very fast. Okay, which was great.
Yeah.
Which was great. However, then COVID hit. And I was left with having to make a decision because Nevada was so closed. So am I going to be this volunteer executive director for Nevada Hispanic Business Group and continue figuring out how we're going to maneuver through COVID? Or am I going to be the president of CS Now Staffing, my staffing firm, and go try to find work? Now remember, I'm financially carrying the nonprofit. So if I'm not doing well, the nonprofit can't do well.
That's right.
Right? So if I can't keep the lights on, how am I going to keep the lights on for the nonprofit? I can't. So through prayers, the Holy Spirit led me to Irving, Texas.
Really?
So before going, there was a new chairman that was put in place. There was an executive director that was put in place. We took out an EIDL loan, and I left the nonprofit running, right? A nonprofit is owned by the community. It's not even owned by me, right? I could be funding it, but I don't own it. So I went ahead and I left to Irving, Texas. I landed a national account, logistics account. It kept me away for over a year. It took me from Texas to Plainfield, Indiana, to Phoenix, Arizona. When I finally came back, even took me to Mexico, okay? When I came back, I'm like, what happened to this nonprofit organization? I said, wow, no longer had a website. It didn't have a lot of things. It no longer had an office, no longer had a lot of things that it takes a while to build up any startup, right? And a lot of money and time. The way the nonprofit was spreading the word was through Facebook. Well, what if you're not on Facebook? And what if you're not following? So I felt embarrassed. I felt disappointed. I felt like if maybe someone took it to destroy it, like maybe their heart wasn't in the right place. So with the new board in place, because the chairman that I had left in place had already termed out. So I went ahead and I met with the board and I gave them a proposition. I gave them choices that they could make. One choice was, you will take me off of everything that I never existed and continue doing whatever you want to do with this nonprofit organization, because I find it to be an embarrassment.
Right.
I said, or you allow me to take the nonprofit back. I come in as president. I sit on the board, I hire an executive director, and I put $10,000 down, and I expect you guys to match it. Well, a lot of them started dropping, but they allowed me to take it over again.
Right.
So I brought in Dunia Antunes as the
Exactly.
executive director, and we've been rebuilding it since March of 2025.
Perfect. Now, so if you're reaching out for a group that is not a chamber and it's somebody that's going to really help you in an organization, I would highly say check this group out. So where are we at number wise, and getting started on something like that? Who qualifies, I guess, is the question then.
Anyone qualifies that is wanting to work with the Hispanic community. You have to want to work with the Hispanic community. Yeah. You don't have to be Hispanic.
Right.
Okay. But you have to want to work with us because we're trying to fill that gap, right? Bringing that Hispanic and non-Hispanic community together. We take on large corporations, startups, nonprofits. Right now we have 5 nonprofits that are part of our group. We have about over 60 members right now in our organization. So we're slowly growing back, and getting the momentum again.
That's awesome. Yes. That's awesome. So, what's the biggest opportunity right now, especially for the Hispanic business owners in Las Vegas or in Nevada?
The biggest opportunity, I think, right now is, at least for the Hispanic community, is that we really are controlling the voice for the votes politically.
Right.
I saw a study that the highest amount of numbers of people in the Hispanic community are the age of 17. So demographics, 17-year-olds, right? And in Caucasians, it's 63. What the heck? But hey, that's what happens when you start killing babies off, right? Or not reproducing.
Yeah.
Hispanics tend to have big families. We don't believe in abortion. We don't believe, in that type of stuff. We believe in life.
Yeah.
So I think the statistics are showing you what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then you want to get involved with the group here. What's the next step? Like if I'm a business owner, Hispanic, non-Hispanic, whatever, how do I get a hold of your group? How do I apply? How do I get started?
Yeah, I would recommend that you go to our webpage, look at our different events that we have, because we may not be for everybody. Nobody's for everybody, right? Come to some of our free events, like our Buenos Dias. It's normally sponsored by one of the members, so it's free to the public to come. Check us out. See if you jive with us, right? Because not everyone jives with us.
Right.
We're not for everybody.
That's right. So for those of you out there that are wondering about, the business group, the Nevada Hispanic Business Group, I would say check it out. Come to an event. And like Laura said, you may or may not be a good fit, on both sides type of thing. But I think give it a chance, because if you're a business owner, especially that startup or early entrepreneur, I think this is a group that can really fit with you, especially taking a look at what Laura mentioned about the opportunities for help in the business community or from the government at whatever state or federal levels or even local levels that you may not be aware of. So anyways, ending that off there, it's a fantastic story. We know that the business is going to grow and your group is going to grow as well. So for those of you that are excited about this, Laura, why don't you just sign off one more time and tell us more about how do we get started with yourselves? What's the next step?
Right. Go to our webpage. I want to say it's www.nvhbg.org, because we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Look at the different type of levels. We have some for startups, or you're just thinking of starting your business, not sure even if you want to do it, because let me tell you, it's very challenging, okay? Right. It's not for everybody. Or if you're a nonprofit organization, just needs the support, right? Come, join us.
Sure.
Okay, the more the merrier.
Perfect.
But that's the best way. You can also, through the website, you can actually schedule an appointment with our executive director. And if you want to speak with me, just reach out to Dunia, and Dunia will coordinate that. And so then that way we can sit down and have coffee, break bread together, and see, are we a good mix?
Mhm.
Or, do we mesh together? But yes, follow us on social media as well.
Perfect. That sounds great. So I'm Randy Bett here with Las Vegas Spotlights, the podcast here, where every week we interview another exciting business owner, or, if you're out there and you're an influencer, by all means, reach out to us as well. So I want to thank you so much for Laura for joining us today.
No, and thank you for your partnership. We appreciate that. I'm looking forward to our gala that we're having.
Right on. Sounds super. We'll see you there.
God bless.